Hi, welcome to my channel, The Power of Skill. Today, we will talk about the power of Kanban board. We will show you how tasks progress through different stages from backlog to completion, emphasize the differences of physical and digital Kanban boards, and figure out who is responsible for Kanban board management. A Kanban board is a visual tool that helps teams manage their work processes and improve efficiency. The board itself consists of columns representing different stages or phases of a workflow. The columns are typically labeled to reflect the stages such as to do, in progress, review, and done. The tasks starts a journey in the first column and goes through all stages until this is fully completed. Kanban boards are highly customizable to accommodate different team processes. Teams can adapt column names, colors, workflows, and other settings to match their specific needs. Kanban boards can be physical or digital. Physical boards often involve using whiteboards or a dedicated wall space with sticky notes representing tasks. A digital Kanban board is an online or software-based tool that replicates the visual layout and principles of a traditional physical Kanban board in a virtual environment. Both virtual and physical Kanban boards have their merits, and the choice between them depends on the team's preferences, context, and technological infrastructure. Virtual Kanban boards excel in providing real-time collaboration, data analytics, and customization options, while physical boards offer a tangible and immediate visual representation that can work well for co-located teams or simple processes. As remote work continues to shape the way teams operate, Kanban boards offer a powerful solution for keeping work organized, teams connected, and objectives on a track, regardless of geographical boundaries. Digital Kanban boards such as Jira, Azure, DevOps, Monday.com, Asana, and many others have become essential tools for modern teams. A Kanban board consists of several key components that work together to visually represent the workflow and facilitate efficient task management. Let's consider each component separately. Cards. Cards represent individual tasks, work items, or user stories. Each card contains essential information about the task, such as its description, assigned team member, due date, priority, and any relevant attachments or links. Columns. Columns represent the different stages of the workflow or process. Each column typically corresponds to a specific step that a task goes through, such as backlog, to do, in progress, review, and done. The cards go through the workflow until their full completion. The number and names of columns can vary based on the project and team's needs. Work in progress limits. WIP limits are constraints placed on the number of tasks allowed in each column to any given time. These limits prevent overloading team members and help maintain a smooth and controlled flow of work through the workflow stages. Swim lanes. Swim lanes are horizontal sections within the board that help categorize or group tasks. Swim lanes can represent different teams, projects, or task types, allowing for clearer organization on the board. Backlog. Backlog is the initial column where tasks that need to be completed are stored before they are moved to the active workflow. Tasks in the backlog are prioritized and scheduled for implementation. Collectively, these components come together to create a visual representation of the workflow, ensuring transparency, collaboration, and effective task management within the Kanban board. How cards move through the workflow. The initial stage where the tasks are stored before they are actively worked on is backlog. These tasks are typically prioritized based on the business value and customer needs. Tasks that are ready to be worked on are moved from the backlog to do column. This indicates that the task is about to be started. When the team member starts working on the task, it is moved to in progress column. This indicates that the task is actively being worked on and is no longer in the backlog. After the task is completed, it is moved to the review or testing column depending on the workflow. This stage involves quality assurance, testing, or review by the team members or stakeholders. Once the task has successfully passed through the review or testing stage and any required revisions have been made, it is moved to the completed column. This signifies that the task is fully finished and meets the required criteria. Some teams have a final stage called Done or Archive, where the completed tasks are moved for the record-keeping purposes. This stage helps to keep the main board focuses on active tasks while still retaining a historical record of completed work. Throughout this process, team members collaborate, communicate updates, and make adjustments as needed. This visual movement of cards through the columns provides transparency into task progress, help identify bottlenecks, and allow team members to prioritize work effectively. By following this workflow, teams can manage tasks effectively, track progress, and ensure that the work is completed accordingly to the project goals and timelines. In a nutshell, a Kanban board guides tasks that are selected from the backlog. A team member, typically the one assigned the task, completes it. Subsequently, the task undergoes a review and testing phase. Once approved, the cycle begins anew for another task. Now comes the question, who is responsible for managing this entire process? The management of Kanban board is typically a collaborative effort involving the entire team. However, specific responsibilities and roles can vary depending on the context, the size of the team, and the nature of the project. Let's discuss some key roles and the responsibilities in managing a Kanban board. Product owner or manager. The product owner or manager may be responsible for prioritizing tasks on the board. They decide the order in which the tasks are worked on based on business value and customer needs. Kanban master or facilitator. The Kanban master or facilitator ensures that the team follows Kanban principles and best practices. They may help design the board, set up WIP limits, and guide the team on using the board effectively. The facilitator often leads discussions on improving the process based on the insights gained from the board's data and team feedback. Team members. The team members are responsible for moving their tasks or work items across the columns on the board as they progress. This ensures that the board accurately reflects the current status of tasks. When adding a new task to the board, the team member provides necessary details like task description, due date, and any relevant attachments. Kanban board is a versatile tool that can be adapted to almost any projects or tasks that involves a workflow or process. Their visual nature, simplicity, and ability to accommodate changing priorities make them a valuable asset for enhancing organization, collaboration, and efficiency in various domains. So that's all for today's video where we explored the power of Kanban board. Stay tuned for more exciting content in our upcoming videos where we will unveil an area of valuable skills that await you. Thank you for watching. Until next time.